Hello, friends. How's everyone doing? And happy Sunday. Welcome back. It's a little bit rainy outside today, so the lighting's a bit different. I think we'll get it fixed up next week, though. Just need to set up one more key light, I think, just on this corner. It's a bit dark. Hi, Mary. How have you been? Had a really good start to the morning so far. We went early and grabbed some pellets for the Traeger so that we can bake our pies today. So that was good. And yeah, other than that, ready to make some lunch. And then Sam and I, we also talked about maybe doing the menu plan today instead of tomorrow. While the pies are baking, we'll have about half an hour or so to chat. So I thought that would be fun. And then since Sam is off tomorrow and a bunch of people are off, I thought we would just have fun and play games instead. We can maybe finish the playthrough of It Takes Two. I think it'll be really fun. I'm excited to start playing that game again. Yeah, hi Kimmers, hi Farby, hi Dust Pirate. Sounds good, Dust? That's what I thought. I was like, we gotta fill in the time somehow. And yeah, got my bin here with my mise en place all ready to go of all the tasty goods. Let's see, what do we got here? We have our dried wild mushrooms. Oyster mushroom, lobster mushroom is what I chose for this. And then we also had these little fancy ones. They're called seafood mushroom? I don't know if there's a more technical term for these though, but I picked these up at the Asian market. So 3 different types of mushrooms going into the pies today. Our leftover gravy, definitely want that in our life, as well as, look at this. The broth that I was working on in the last 2 days, smoked turkey broth, insane. We could probably do the blizzard test and flip it upside down. It's so thick. Hey Chase, how did the chili go yesterday? Oh, you missed the end. It is so good. I love how it turned out. Let me see if I turn this off, if it'll be better. It is, isn't it? Yeah. Okay, let me grab my phone and I'll show you a photo of how the plate turned out. Sam loved it. My brother loved it. I totally enjoyed that dish. And yeah, the flavors were just amazing on it. Check this out. Shoot. Can I make my screen brighter? Not really. But yeah, the pork was so buttery. I think it was just like a really happy pig. The sauce was very nice and like refreshing. It wasn't that spicy. I felt like the spice mellowed out, where it was just like this nice warming sensation. And yeah, mixing the corn, the rice, and the chili verde broth together, deadly. That's a definite make again. I was saying to use up the leftover pork. Maybe we'll make like nachos. Just take the pork out of the chili sauce and pull it. It was so easy. So easy. That's a definite make again. And then I also I got 1 full liter of the chili verde broth. So I popped that in the freezer. So I'm thinking we'll make pozole from that to use it up. Okay, keep going with our ingredients here. So carrot and parsnip, we'll dice this up a little bit more fine. Use that up in the pot pie. Some peas just for green and freshness. I got all of these nice fresh herbs to use up today. They were 2 for $4 at the store this week. So a sage, thyme, and then some chives. And then my favorite to sneak in the pot pie is actually tarragon. Is really good with mushrooms. So we got those, some, slightly frozen celery and onion. Just for flavoring, garlic. And then in this pan right here, can take this bus bin away. We have our turkey and whatever leftover dressing. So we are pretty much ready to go. The process that we are going to take today. Let's have a chat. Speed, how are you doing today? Happy Sunday to you, friend. So process for the day. I think that we will make our pot pie filling up first. Once that's been made up, this will just be like a one pan wonder. So I'll do it in my big braising pan here on the induction burner. Start with our mirepoix, frying that up, and then we'll add all the other flavorings into there. We'll rehydrate the dried wild mushrooms with some of the turkey broth as well. Vune, 24 hours have passed already. Where did my Sunday go? I have no idea. Where did it go, Vune? It's running away. Okay, so pot pie fill-in. We'll write down. Hydrate mushrooms we'll write down. Maybe I'll heat up the broth first for the mushrooms so that we can get those steeping while we cook the filling. Oh, nice, Vune. I was gonna say, I didn't even know that you had a brother, but now you're saying half brother, so this makes more sense. That sounds nice, Vune. Hope they're doing good. Okay, so there's that pot pie filling, hydrate our mushrooms, and then obviously just chop them up nice and small. And then from there, we can roll out our pie crust. Sama. And what we're going to be making the pot pies in today, check this out. This is from Sam's parents. We have some really cute little crocks. So we'll put the pot pie filling inside and then we'll just top it with the top crust and bake it up that way. And really, because the filling is already cooked for the pot pie, we just have to heat it through and cook the pastry crust. So that's all we're waiting for. It usually does take like 25 to 30 minutes though, just to cook the pastry. So leave yourself enough time. Typical baking time, 350 Fahrenheit. Tiny pots of awesome, right? They're so cute. Your dad was busy, Vune. You have two half brothers, each from a different mother. Two half brothers from a different mother. Sounds good. Okay, roll crust. Bake at 350 F for around 30 minutes. I did link the Babish pot pie recipe there. It's a pretty awesome one too. Or if you really want to make the ones that I'm making today, I have the recipe typed up in PDF on our Discord. So you just search for it. Excited for pot pies? Yeah, Mary. And then while the pies are baking, we are going to do our menu plan. I was like, it took us 15 minutes to plan the menu on Monday earlier this week. So I'm sure we'll be able to do that in half an hour. Easy peasy. Let's get into it. Hello, FCB. How are you doing? Good morning. Whoa, this light in here. The sun is deciding to come out, I guess. Chicken sandwiches for dinner. Nice, Vune. What you doing? Switch wiring? Oh, you're trying your stream audio again. You're doing great. That's good to hear. We're doing good as well. And yeah, this week went by so fast, Vune. You're right. Okay, let's get into it. I will deal with the lighting as things happen today. This is like, it's okay. Very moody lighting. Welcome in. So, what we're gonna start with, I can only cut here.
Yeah. You're already good here. Nice shadows.
Only okay right there. So we'll start by cutting up the raw veggies first. Boom, boom, boom. As well as pour in a little bit of this broth. Might actually be better with it closed now. Into a pot to heat up so we can steep the dry mushrooms in there and rehydrate them. let me see if I untwist this. Kind of better. Look at this. Hello. That's why you never throw out your turkey bones, even if they've been cooked. And then we'll take all of this goodness and make that into the sauce for the pot pies. Let's start there. Look at that.
You might even be able to give Aster some dog boba.
Yeah, flavor jelly. Yeah, we got dog boba today. I think it's too seasoned though. So turn that on the induction over here, and then let's measure out some wild mushrooms. How's Torino doing? Yeah, head cheese from that would taste so good. You're right. So oyster mushrooms, and let's say thanks to Zach for all of our dried foraged mushrooms. I'm so happy I saved the season and decided to dry them instead of always freezing. So these are all from our great friend Zach on Vancouver Island. And remember, because these are dried, they're gonna expand, so a little bit goes a long way. Woo! Smells good too. Umami. Mushroom air. Torino has coffee. No one will die. I decided to not use the chanterelles today because they're just a little bit more special Torino. So I'm gonna save those for something else. But yeah, these lobbies, we'll probably have to cut up these oyster mushrooms, but I chose the finer diced lobster mushrooms, so those might be okay. Something like that. Because then we still have those little guys too. Oh, you thought those were them. Yeah, those were some pretty big oysters if you look at the size of them. Like this one was torn. Still remember the time he brought one oyster mushroom over that was like the size of my head. Hi, Cookie. How are you doing? Okay, so I'll pop those to the side. Sweet. My broth is already heating up. So I think I'll just pour those right in and watch for them to hydrate. Get those started. Such a funky smell. It's like almost as pungent as fish food is how I feel about it. Look at these little guys. Adorable. Just use my paring knife to trim off that end. And yeah, hope everyone's Sunday is going good so far. Had a nice relaxing morning. Pop that in the compost. And then basically the last thing that we will prep for the pot pie is just cutting up the turkey because it's already been cooked. So you just mix the turkey in at the end so it doesn't dry out. Okay, that's looking good. So for these little guys, I think we can just straight chop them up, just going all the way across. Let's keep it pretty small though. So what, like 1/2 inch lengths? And then because this is all stuck together, we'll come back over and take it apart. And then we also know when we cook mushrooms, they will shrink a little bit too. So don't cut it too small either so that the mushroom disappears in there. Woo! That's some mushroom funk, woo, Sama. Hey. Wild mushroom in your life, it's good for you.
Oh, you gotta...
What? Zach's even sending photos?
White chanterelles.
Speaking of chanterelles, I think this camera will be better. Look at those that Zach got. Where's the better way? Yeah. Holy smokes. He's probably missing us so much. How is he processing those? Like that box of white chanterelles there that he has, at least $100 worth.
Easy.
At least. I wonder if the seafood mushroom is gonna taste like seafood. And also just a little peek. Look, it's already teeing up. I'm gonna just flip over some of the bigger ones. Perfect. Getting funky. Oh, what, Cookie? You had the lion's manes last night? And they made your head feel a bit strange?
They'll do that.
You sure those were the right mushrooms, Cookie? Couldn't harvest or grow stuff and sell it for the same as market price? You're not greedy. Just find it wrong overpricing food. I know, right? And that's like what happens to restaurants all the time. It's so weird. Okay, so those have softened. So I'm just gonna turn that off now and let them start to cool off so we can cut them up. I'm gonna use this half onion and we'll dice it nice and fine. Basically, want to cut everything the size of the peas that are gonna be going in here, other than maybe the turkey chunks will be a bit bigger. I don't know where that sneaky piece of onion came from. Hey, Mickey, how are you doing? Okay, so once we're done chopping here, then I'll bring the induction up and we can cook all together. All good? Good. That's great to hear. And yeah, we're doing good. Sammy, you good? He's good. He just put his headphones on so he can't hear us anymore. And 514, how are you doing? Okay, maybe I'll just keep moving this stuff over. I'll keep these mushrooms separate from the onion and celery. Cook the onion and celery first and then put the mushrooms in afterwards. So just keep moving this over. Just gonna trim this top part where it got a bit dried out / frozen. And then all I'm gonna do for these celery ribs is in half, because they're all the same size. Boom. How are the things with the food truck? Kind of at a standstill. 514 is we didn't get it insulated before the cold snap hit, so then we've all decided that we're just going to basically store it throughout the winter and keep commingling our funds and kind of watching all of the building materials and equipment we need and commingling that stuff. And then come springtime, the first thing we'll do is our spray foam insulation and then keep building it out from there. And then as well, this entire winter is basically us still downsizing so that we can eventually get into the truck comfortably. Okay, switching over a few things here. Actually, maybe before we start, we can slowly start cooking the mirepoix. Just take our mushroom broth off for now. Exactly. Yeah, that's what we decided is like better to take the time. And the winters here are very cold. And the truck doesn't fully fit into the shop. So like some of it would be sticking out and it would just be a bit messy, I think. And then my brother also has some projects to work on in the winter time in the shop. And he'll clear those up so that we can just solely focus on the truck come springtime. Did you have a good walk with the doggo today, Mickey? Okay, how am I going to fit this up here? Let's pop the mushrooms into a small container for now. FCB, thank you very much for the 1,000 biddies. Yeah, we're at 68% now. The food truck fund. Ah, nice and sunny there today. We actually have a pretty rainy day here today. That's all right. Okay, that's good. Still got to deal with our herbs and garlic. Let's just give this a little wipe before we bring our induction up. Yeah. Look at this, it got a little bit rusty. I think I scraped off a bit of the seal yesterday. So I have to make sure we heat this up pretty good with some oil first. So let's let that get started. And then kind of on the side over here, keep prepping our other stuff for the pot pie fill-in. I saw Mish made pot pie for the first time earlier today. Okay, so we'll start with our onion and celery in here once the oil is hot. And then I'll prep the garlic up next so that can go in afterwards. Three nice big cloves of garlic should go good with all the other ingredients. Ah, nice, Mickey. Back to work tomorrow. You had Friday off last week. Is this actually 2 cloves of garlic? Gonna be a long week, 514. Always is when you look forward to the next weekend. Ah, 20th wedding anniversary. Congratulations. I'm just gonna play around with this lighting for a sec. It's better. Heck the sun. We don't need that. Look at that. Never know if you don't try. Heck the sun. It's not needed. Way better. Opening the curtains was a trap. Okay, getting some hot oil smells. Just gonna swirl this around so it re-seasons nice and even. And then let's grab a spoon. We have snow on the ground already? Not yet. It was threatening earlier this week and it didn't actually happen. So phew is all I'm gonna say to that. Just grabbing the garlic press from over here. 'Cause I ain't mincing it by hand. We usually do get snow come like Halloween though, so it's only a matter of time. Oh, what? Sad news as well as good news, Mune. Sad news, you're forced to let your singing teacher go, but you have a new singing teacher who is actively singing in the biggest European opera houses. So, just goes to show, one door closes, another one opens. That's great, Mune. I cannot wait to hear your voice. That's a happy sizzle for sure. $7 there tomorrow morning. Are you saying in Celsius, Mickey? Because tomorrow, or like overnight on Monday, we have -4 Celsius already. Yeesh. Move it over. We're going all the way, because maybe I can keep prepping over here then. Come on in. Oh yeah, I know you're still training. Whenever you're ready, you can feel free to share your voice with us. And we will have a heater in the truck for sure, Vune. What are they called again? I forget. It's like a heater that you can hook up to your diesel if you have a diesel truck and use it that way. And then also with like the hopes of insulation and cooking inside all the time, shouldn't need to use it. All right, so garlic's gonna get minced in there once everything is nice and golden brown. So I'm gonna keep working on the herbs beside. Nice little bunch of chives we'll slice up. Fire to go. Yeah, the block heater. It has a specific name, like the brand I'm thinking of. I just cannot think of it. It's what all the other van lifers use, though. Okay, just gonna slice these really quick on the side. I don't like that board because it's moving. So I will work right here. Interior heater, yeah. I think it starts with like a C. So the tarragon next, and tarragon is quite strong. So I think the rest of this, I'll probably just get my dehydrator out and dry the rest of it. Let's give this a stir, see what's going on. Just starting to get some golden brown color. So maybe about 5 more minutes with this, and then we'll add the garlic. Honestly, such a good way to use up your turkey leftovers from any holiday. I just have a question not pertaining to food. Do you remember what the heater is inside of the truck that we're going to be using? That like the van lifers use? You can't remember the name? Okay. Sammy doesn't remember either. It gets so cold here, Vune. Yeah, Torino is not wrong. Like literally -40. We're not joking. Although my brother was saying like last winter was actually pretty mild. So I guess we'll see. Hello, Chris. Happy Sunday. Hope you're doing good. Yeah, welcome to the prairies where you freeze your butt off, but at least it's sunny. Mix this up again. Lauren! Dust clipped that for you. It's in Discord in the stream clips section if you need the turkey jive in your life. That's for you, Lauren. I'm getting really good at it. I've been practicing all weekend. Dead. And hi, Open O. Thank you for that. I needed the hydration. Whew. Okay, keep going. We need some thyme in our life. Thyme and sage is next. So many good herbs. And they look great, too. That means we have to think of something to cook next week with all of these tasty herbages. Very impressive turkey noise or turkey call. Hey, I know I could go hunt turkeys effortlessly. They would all come to me. Gotta go with Sam's dad. Is it Torino or Totino? I can't remember. She's like, shut up, Kate. Quiet. Okay. I'm actually going to turn down the heat setting on this. It's a bit high. Browning a bit too quickly. Let's turn it down a touch. No Turks this year. Ham. No creamed mushrooms. I couldn't even be bothered going to the store today. Yeah, Totino pizza rolls. Welcome in. Great to have you back. Yeah, you can't fool us. We just have way too much fun here. Okay, we'll chop that up a bit. I think I'm gonna start mincing the garlic in. It's time. I don't want the onions to get too dark. Whoa, that was fresh. Slice this in half, otherwise it won't even fit. Scrape out all the goodness. Yes, please. Okay, done with that mess. Let's give this a stir. Okay, what about this one now? Yeah. That's the one. Now we're doing it. Oh, you know what I forgot? The wine. The white wine. I might have to go grab it. I always like to deglaze with wine. Oh, you know what else we're going to add at this point? The mushrooms, too. And that will also help the garlic from getting too dark. And take it one step further. Let's just do a sprinkle of salt just to help season these veggies as they're cooking. And I might need a little bit of extra oil in there, it looks like. I know the mushies are going to soak up a bunch of it, too. Sam, are you going? Or are you just going over there? Okay. No, I can do it. I was just going to say, if you're going that way, can you please? But if you're not, that's fine. Stir it up. All of this caramelization is going to add so much flavor in our pot pies. Yeah, some white wine, Mickey, to deglaze the pan to get all the maximum flavorings. Those are cooking quick. Okay, I gotta quickly finish up our herbs here on this side. And hi, Titan! It already smells good in here, Cookie. It's already trouble. That was just diamond crystal kosher salt. Pink Himalayan salt is good too. One more herb to complement all of the things, and that is sage. Yeah, Mickey, did you sleep okay last night? Holy, look at this. I would like one branch of sage, please. Or maybe 5. They're not messing around. It's like the size of my face. So I'm only gonna do 2 of those leaves. I guess those will go into the dehydrator as well. Oh my gosh. The herbs are popping. Cookie, thank you so much. 1,309 biddies going towards the food truck fund. And hi, Lucy and Havens. Bougie. It's the only salt I use, Chris. I can't use anything else now. Restaurants wrecked me. I invest in salt. I got 2 cases worth here. No shortage. I'm doing really good today, Titan. Yeah, feeling good. Having a good Sunday. Chop this up, and then as soon as we're done with the herbs, we can pop them in. Let them cook just a bit, and then we'll deglaze with our wine. And then all we have to do is add our turkey, our other mushrooms, peas, gravy. There's a murderer? You mean my husband? I don't think my husband's gonna murder me. Plus, why would he murder the person that makes some delicious food? That just seems silly. Use any seasoning. Yeah, I seasoned with a little bit of salt earlier when I put the mushrooms in, but I'm kind of holding back because of the broth we're using today is from our seasoned turkey bones. So I don't want to make it too salty. Yeah, there's wine. He's brought the wine, and holy heck, this smell now. Like tarragon and mushrooms is my favorite. All right. I don't want to pour the wine in really under the camera, so I'm just going to move this over as far as possible. And you only really need enough wine to cover the bottom of the pan, and I'm just going to turn this off. We don't need to steam the camera today. Yeah, that's enough. That's enough wine. Just enough to scrape the bits off of the bottom here. And then we'll let that cool in the pan. Nice. That's such a good looking mixture. To you, salt is salt, Torino? Really, though? Because if you compare iodized table salt to the salt I use, salt is not salt. We had this conversation, what, last week? Not long ago at all. Talking about the differences of the salts. Okay, so now I'm gonna move the induction off. I'm just gonna take a few things over to the sink. Make some room. That is fact, Cookie. Yeah, a lot of people actually don't use enough salt. A lot of people are scared to use salt to season their food. Wash off our garlic knife. But then we can also go the other side. Like, I also know some people that have way too much salt in their life where it's not good for them. And I think that only happens when you keep over seasoning stuff and then you just expect it to taste that way. Kind of dangerous. Okay, so these can come up. Induction's going back over. Mary, your doctor checkup, use less salt. Mary's like, not a chance. Hey, you tell him. You tell him. Is Sammy on Steam? He is. That's Mickey asking that, Sama. He is. Oh, you know what? I shouldn't have brought that board away. I'm gonna go grab it again because I don't want to put our kind of dressed carrot and parsnip onto here because it'll just soak it up too much. So I'll go grab that. I like cream, butter, and salt. Yeah, if you go to McDonald's, the sodium count, insane. You're right, Cookie. And like, you know, they're not using a good type of salt either. They're using like the cheapest version they can get. I'm just gonna rough chop these a bit smaller. What is this? Potatoes? Mashed potatoes? That's allowed. Some of that sneaks into the pot pie. That's okay. So this veg was already roasted, so it's cooked. It's not crunchy at all. Just wanted a bit more bite size so it matches the size of everything else we're putting in. Smells too good in here. Sama's Steam. Boom. Anyone plays games, add them up. What's better, salt or MSG? I like salt the best still. Sammy! Like MSG. Okay, so that's good. Just transfer that over to the pan here. The link is blocked. Dust says. Yeah, Sam's trying to dox you.
It's dog honesty. Literally the only person.
Viewin says it's not for him though. Okay, so I'm picking out our... Look at our wild mushrooms are all softened up now. I did a mixture of oyster and lobster. From our good friend, Zach. Who is missing us dearly right now because mushroom season is popping on the island. And he's got no one to process them. I hope that he is selling them to the restaurants, so if we're not there. I hope that he still makes it worth it. And this is what we're doing. So Vion, it's not actually just mushroom water. I steeped the mushrooms in the turkey broth, so now it's turkey mushroom water. Hi, Squeaks. Yeah, it has a ton of flavor. Pure umami. You should have smelt it. It was like so funky. Almost smelled like fish food or something. It made you think. It's like, what is that smell? So pungent. Your favorite snack is sunflower seeds, Mary? David specifically? Yeah. Yeah, maybe it would be better if you bought like the raw sunflower seeds and roasted and salted them yourself. Control the sodium a bit better. What did I hydrate them in? The turkey broth that I made last night from all the smoked turkey bones. Those are the oyster mushrooms, and now we'll just rough chop the lobster mushrooms. Nice, Dust. Thanks for posting your Steam too. We're making friendos. Go team. Okay, so that's good enough chopping for me. I'm all good with that. Mix that in. I think next I'll do the turkey while we have this board out. And don't worry, we'll mix all of this together so you'll see how it should look. A TikTok guy is putting mushrooms in whiskey? Why? These are the things that bug me about TikTok. All of our turkey pickings here. Breast meat, dark meat. That's a good amount for sure. Sorry about the smells in here. Then he'll eat the mushroom and take a shot of whiskey. Okay. I know, so he's like memeing it up then. Okay, so I'm just gonna start chopping this. And then we'll get into the rest of the turkey breast. Want to aim for like 1/2 inch cubes, nice bite-sized pieces. The tender, the turk tender. I think we'll definitely have more than enough fill-in for our 6 crocs here. Maybe I'll just make a pot pie in the pan. My little saucepan. I'm taking the turkey skin off because I always find it gets like kind of dry and leathery when it's cooked again. Yeah, taking a shot and eating the human toe. Oh goodness. That's a newfie thing, right? Is it Alaska? I thought it was Newfoundland. Mary, yeah, Mary's in Alaska, so she's like straight up no. She's like, excuse me? Cookie! Yeah, I guess. Hey, I'm sorry to all of our American friends who still have to wait like over another month for your Thanksgiving.
And now we gave you ideas.
Yeah, now we've inspired you. And I mean, some people I know are already practicing if they're switching up their meal. They've been practicing with their turkey so they don't mess it up on the day. That's allowed too. R&D, research and development. That's always the best excuse. So chunk this up. Oh, it's the Yukon, okay. Paloozer, you just practice the gobbling, you leave the cooking to others. Yeah, that's a good idea. If you can get away with that, you should. I've been practicing my gobbling too. Yeah, them crazy Canucks. Hey, that's us, Torino. You are blessed. You are blessed.
Dankeschön.
Torino. It's Sunday, not Freaky Friday. Come on now. Okay, that's all the Turks. Do I have anything else to chop up? Nope. Getting rid of this board then. I'm gonna wash my hand. Sweet. Okay, I'm just gonna grab a trivet to put this hot pan onto so I don't burn the wooden board. And we'll mix this up all together. Yeah, Mary. Just talked to the hubby about smoking a turkey. Maybe you should practice. Do it up. Oh yeah, that's right. It's a long weekend, so anything goes. Had smoked turkey and deep fried and you're not a fan of either? I was gonna say, if you do either of those right, they're pretty life-changing. Okay, so here's our mixture. Still have a few more things to add. Also, look how dry it is, right? We have to sauce this up as well. We got our thawed frozen peas here to add in. Maybe not all of those. No, I'll go all of them. For health. Yes. Let's also bring this in. I'm gonna try and dilute some of our extra gravy because this is quite thick, right? It has thickener in it, into this broth to add in. Is it gonna work? I might have to put it back on the induction for a sec. Maybe one more scoop. Oh my gosh, Pete. Okay, I gotta see this. I gotta see this. Too good. And on that note, I'm also gonna take a bathroom break. Give me a sec. It's been garlicked. Okay, I'm back. Phew. Almost didn't made it. Killed me. Okay, this one's better. Okay, that's unreal, Paloozer. Look at this, Sam. That's a turkey dinner. Smoked turkey dinner, if you will. You guys are too good. Okay, so this doesn't want to dissolve very nicely yet, so I'll just do a little bit more heat there. Turn that on. Is that it though? Wild mushrooms, onion, garlic, carrot, parsnip, peas, turkey, herbages, 4 kinds of herbages, wine, and now we just got to get the broth to sauce it up. I think I need even more gravy in there just looking at this mixture, but I love how colorful this always looks. Pot pie is a great way to sneak a lot of veggies into there. And then once I am happy with this, or maybe even as this is heating up, I'll go quickly grab the dough, the pie crust dough out of the fridge, let that temp up so we can roll it out. That's what you had for breakfast and lunch, minus the turkey. Paloozer. Too good. And yeah, we made up the pie crust on Friday. So that's already done, and it's the same one that we always make on stream. Nothing different. Well, actually, sorry, that's a lie. The only difference is I used Crisco instead of Tender Flake, and we don't love it as much. We don't love it as much. Okay, I'll go grab those pie crusts. Let you guys watch Sammy play while I go. Okay, BRB. Doggo's like, are y'all cooking without me in here? What the heck is going on? Okay, get on your bed. Okay, it's a little bit chunky. Our broth here. I'm going to switch from a spoon to a whisk. Give me a moment. Hey, Mina Rose, hello. About 15 minutes and you'll be putting the Mexican street corn casserole in the oven. That turned out so good. That's a definite make again. I think you'll love it. It was so easy. Wow, Torino. Crisco for the tack for the horses and pie crust. Yeah, of course Tender Flake tastes better. It's an animal product. Exactly. Lauren, holy smokes. It's like a summer day there still. 24 degrees Celsius. What? Hi, Greek. So good to see you. How are you doing? Okay, is this gonna mix together? Yes. Wonderful. Hey. Dog. Excuse me, dog. Dog. Get on your bed. Okay, I think I got it. Wasila. Yeah, 5 degrees Celsius. That's more accurate. We have 11 today. All right. Check this out. We mixed our extra gravy into, let's say, like about a cup of the turkey broth that we heated the mushrooms up in. Good girl. Now I'm gonna pour this over. So I added the gravy in because it has a little bit of a thickening agent, right? So then we know that our pot pie base is not gonna be runny when it's all done. And then we'll taste from here and then decide how much salt we'll have to add for it to be perfectly seasoned. And then we'll let that cool while we roll out the crust, fill all the crocks and anything else that we need to fill to use it up. And away we go. Get rid of that. Or maybe I'll save it actually for a tasting spoon. Nom. Yeah, that was the perfect amount. And holy smokes. Looks good. Smells insane. Oh, yeah. Never thought about that, Cookie. Using a sourdough starter as like a thickener. Good idea. And it'd probably add like a little bit of acidity too. This looks insanely good. Okay, I know we'll need a little bit of pepper still. It's all gravy here. It's cooling off, hey Greek. Woof. I think if you just do Vancouver, that's how it works the best, Greek. Lucy and Havens, thank you very much for the 2-month resub. Being part of the kitchen crew, that means that you came and now you decided to stay a while. So thank you so much. I hope we've inspired you the last 2 months. We broke it. Nice, Mina. They're doing a small turkey in the oven and one on the barbecue. Yum. Thanks, Cookie. Mom's watching with you now, Mickey. Hi, Mickey's mom. Hello from Canada. Okay, let's have a taste. How did we do? Do we want like a little bit of everything, I'm thinking? Mushroom, pea, carrot, turkey, celery? Like ingredient flavor wise, really good. Just need a bit of salt and pep to even bring it farther. Yeah, perfect. She was waving. I love when that happens. I wish I could see it. It needs MSG, please. You need MSG when you're making turkey pot pie. Must have not had that good of a turkey dinner starting out then. Yeah, like Cookie says, we already got lots of umami. Especially with the dried mushrooms. Okay, let's see how that little bit was, and then we'll taste one more time. Yeah, MSG is a naturally occurring sodium in lots of different foods. People don't know that. So when people say they're like allergic to MSG, It's kind of funny because they probably don't even know that they are ingesting it on the daily. Yeah, like Sam said. Parmesan cheese, boom. Good example, Cookie. Totally. Okay, one more tasty taste, and then it's pie crust rolling time. One more small sprinkle of salt, and then we'll be good. Pepper amount is great. 100 complaints. I used feta yesterday, and Mish wasn't even here. Being allergic to too much MSG is what they're having the reaction to? Maybe. Or it could also just be something else altogether. There's always been a massive debate over MSG. Everyone has their hill that they'll die on. Set that aside. I'm feeling so good. I'll give this a little wipe before we start rolling out the crust. And hi, Bonk. Did I miss you, or are you just popping in? Hello. How are you doing? Ah, you slept in. Nice, though. Happy to hear that you slept in. Got some good rest then, hopefully. All right. These dang Crisco pie crusts. Yeah, we put Lauren to sleep talking about feta. Probably. So this is what we're gonna do. Is because we're doing the crocks, kind of like a... don't really want to say open-faced pot pies. We're just putting the crust on the top part of this and filling it with the turkey stuff. I won't try to focus on keeping these as round. Maybe I'll even actually go more rectangular while we roll this out so that we can just cut the pieces of pastry and then fold it over the top part of this. That'll be the best. So I'll start with these two, and then we'll see if we need these other ones. Otherwise, we can just pop these in the freezer until we need them in another time. Yeah, pot pie in a cup. I did use Crisco only because they were sold out of Tender Flake at the store, and I was upset. But it was already like almost 8 p.m. at night, and I was like, I'm not going to another store. So there's that. We like this presentation. I think it's gonna be great. So we have our flour bucket beside us. Just do a little sprink so we don't have any sticking, and then usually I just like to keep that cup on top there to pour from. You could also just do the pot pie in like a pie tin. That is allowed too. Just I didn't feel like buying any today, and I wanted to see how it looked in these little crocks. Those are from Sam's parents. You can tell though that we're gonna have a nice flaky crust. You can see all the fat swirls in there. That's exactly what we want to see. Maybe I'll do a little sprinkle over the top. Do the edges. Awesome. Now let's grab our rolling pin. Gives it an extra poof of color. Thanks, Greek. Yeah, last time you made a pot pie, you use your ceramic casserole dish because it's deeper. Totally. Yeah, I was saying Like maybe I'll find another little dish to put the extra filling in and we'll just cook it in there. This is rolling out so nice. This is made what? On Friday. So this has been 2 days in the fridge. No color change or anything like that on the pastry dough. And it's very easy to roll out because the gluten has had lots of time to rest. So I usually roll this to about 1/4 inch thick. Nice and buttery, right? When you can clearly see the swirls, perfect. Who knows, this one piece of crust might actually top all 6 of the crocks. Okay, now I'm going to turn it this way a bit. We'll have to do it to your Lancashire hot pot, Mickey. Try it out. Let me know what you think for sure. Okay, so there's that. What do we feel? If I grab one more of these just to see for size. And like, I'm okay with whatever's hanging over the edge. So probably there. This will do 4. Probably do 4 of those cups. So we will do the other one as well. Now that this is rolled out, let's do a little sprinkle of flour just in between, and then we'll fold it together to save some space here. Pop it up top. Now, pour a bit more flour and we'll take the other pastry. Y'all know the video of the guy trying to say flaky buttery crust and his wife getting annoyed? No. Please post it, Lauren. I need to see this. We cooking for other people today? It's just us, Greek. We did a little bit of cooking for people on Friday. I made 2 pecan pies for Finn to bring to her friends at work. Sam's friend also came over and grabbed some turkey dinner, couple portions for him and his wife. But yeah, Sundays I usually just cook for us. Little bit of an easier stream and good day to use up the leftovers from the fridge, and then we're ready for a new week. And yeah, Sammy's already got the oven on out there for us. So whenever these are ready, they can go in and start baking. If your pastry breaks or cracks, like what just happened here, you should be able to just reform it back together. Just by pressing it together, just like that. So have no fear. Don't worry. Yeah, messed up because tomorrow's a holiday. Totally. Oh no. Don't do that either. Don't let the crust stick to the rolling pin. A little bit more this way, and then that's it. We can fill our crocks and top them. And then about 25 minutes in the oven. What's the weather like here today? It is overcast. And it doesn't know whether it wants to rain or not. But it's not super cool. It's actually quite warm. because it is overcast. So the clouds are holding in the heat, I think. All right, now that we're done rolling that, let's get rid of the extra flour on the board. Just use a bench scraper to clean that up. Post it in Discord? Yes. I will have to look at that after stream then, Lauren. Too good. The restaurants have even been busy where you're at, Lauren? Ah, it seems like it's been a pretty busy weekend for everyone. Okay, just gonna move those over. And then I think I'll just wipe my board, get the flour off of it, so that we can bring the crocks up and fill them. Just gonna rinse my hands a moment. You guys eat the turkey neck? I just put it into the stock pot for the gravy. Is what I usually do with the turkey neck, but there is some good meats on there for sure. So yeah, it never gets wasted. Sam playing Metroid? Yes. And hi, Eric. How are you doing? Did you drink your Imperial Stout yet, or is it still surviving? I would be impressed, actually, if you didn't. Good self-control. You're stuck? Sam is stuck?
I have no idea where to go.
He doesn't know what to do.
All my exits are blocked.
Need to buy it? Yeah, that was his birthday present. And the Imperial is still undrank. You're waiting for beer club? Cool. You like the gravy more than eating the neck Greek? Yeah, me too. This is a cool setup. What we did inside the house for Winter Greek, you're liking it? Okay, just to create a barrier from the underneath of my sheet pan here. Because it was on the smoker. It's got a little bit of soot underneath. So I'll pop these here, and I think I'll just scoop the filling from the pan that's beside on the induction, transfer back onto here. I thought it'd be awesome to bake all of the pot pies on one sheet pan, make it easy for transferring in and out of the oven. Yeah, one thing we still have to do for the setup is we want to just close off this area from the rest of the house so it stays nice and warm in the winter. So we're gonna get like a curtain to set up going across there. Behind the scenes. I'm glad you like it. And this is the first time I've ever put parsnip inside of a pot pie. I think it's gonna taste so good. And yeah, no skimping on the filling here. Fill it right up and make sure you press it down nice and flat. And then if you get any around the edge, make sure you clean that up too. But yeah, this is gonna be so delicious. So healthy. Don't think you've ever had parsnip, Lauren? You're not the only one who has said that this weekend. I thought it was more popular thing, but maybe like chefs know it more than other people. Happy Thanksgiving, Thrash. Hope you're having a good weekend. Yeah, parsnips are so sweet and flavorful. You like the little individual ones like this, Eric? Right. And so we've made them before like this when we were on the island. And then I would give the little individual ones to our friends. And then they would just take this all done up and just pop it in the freezer. And then they just take it out of the freezer and bake it when they want some. It's a really awesome meal prep item. Yeah, parsnip. That's a good way to describe it, Cookie. I never really thought of it tasting. It's like a floral, peppery sort of flavor. Good one. You don't find parsnip anything special, Bonk? It's just like a different flavored root veggie. That just goes to show how different everyone's palate is, too. Yeah, all good, Vion. It was just good to hang out with you this weekend. You got a new game that you're hooked on, Tales of Arise. We'll have to check it out then. Enjoy your game, Vion. It's good to hang out with you while you had some time. And maybe we'll see you tomorrow. We're doing our game and stream tomorrow. We're going to finish the playthrough of It Takes Two with Sam, since it's a holiday for a bunch of us. We will be planning our menu momentarily here when the pies go in the oven. That's our fill-in for the day. Had a good weekend, Thrash? Having dinner with your family later? Try not to eat much. Yeah. Have a boiled egg? Yeah, don't ruin your appetite. Got a massive turkey dinner coming up. The hardest part is waiting, right? You gained literally all day yesterday, Eric, from 11 a.m. to 11 p.m. Played 3 different games, and you still need to get Metroid. Yeah, Sammy's been having a really good game and weekend, too, I think. It's been a bit since he's been able to do that. Okay, so this is the last one we're filling. Show you, we have about this much left. So if we had, what, 3 more Crocs, that would have been perfect. I might actually know where those live. Give me a sec. Keyword might. Ha ha ha. Winning. 1. Okay, I got 4. All of the pot pie. Winning. So I use these. I'm just gonna give them a little wipe out. They're gonna be so cute. Jammies Saturday. Yeah, jammies in chat, please. Red and white. Yeah, Greek. Okay. We're all cleaned up. Now that means we gotta move, make a little bit of space here. I think I'll turn these this way.
Do you need the oven on?
I was thinking just 350.
That's 300. You can turn it up.
Okay. Paul still had some of these ramekins, right? He sent us a photo the other day.
Yeah.
When your friend, one province over and on an island, still has some of these ramekins from the pot pies we made. Sometimes they just send us photos of the food we prepped for their freezers and they're like, how do I eat this? It's adorable. Okay, I was right saying that we needed 3 more. Okay, so we made 9 pot pies today. Impressive. Thought I would top that one up. Looked like it needed it. Okay. That's a pan of pot pies. Commingle my dishes. Let's just move this to this side. And then we'll kind of top them together here, one by one. Random question, Thrash, but are you streaming Halloween night, Kate? What date is that? Haven't even looked yet. That's on a Sunday? I would say for sure. I mean, maybe not Halloween night, is we'll do during the day, let's say. But yeah, why not? We usually stream on Sunday. We'll do something spooky. Oh yeah, Eric said Jammy Saturday. You had to double check, Lauren? That's adorable. Okay, one more bench scraper, let's say. So this is what I'm gonna do. Open this up. Sew that back on if we can. It might not happen though, so I'm just gonna leave that over there instead. And we take this, kind of lay it out beside. I'm gonna cut something like that. And then I was thinking I would just try to like crimp it around the outside edge. Does that make sense? One thing I will try and do though is maybe form it a bit different. Just kind of rolling the edges where it's a bit too thick. And then I think for the outside, we'll actually do like a proper crimp with a fork. Would seal it on there, no problem. And I'll show you one more step that we will have to take, which is just creating an air vent hole. Oh, shove your hands in the pie crust. Rustic pot pies. Paring knife. Too thick? Oh, I cook like a grandma all the time. Grandma cooking here. Maybe I'll just do an X. Or, I mean, we can play with a few different types of air vents here. I mean, that looks pretty adorable. Pretty cute. Can we even split that to fit? I don't think so. I can trim it though if I want to. And then we can just bake the extra pastry crust and have pastry snacks. Sometimes you just gotta go with the flow. We could also maybe like do something kind of more fancy if there's gonna be all these extras around the edge. Kind of roll it up. I don't know. Sometimes it's okay to play with your food. Or maybe I should have actually rolled it down. We'll play with a couple different ways to plate these up. And then we'll see once they're baked kind of what happens. That's the fun part of having 9 different ones. I don't love how that looks, so I'm not gonna do that again. Hello, White Dove. How are you? And thanks, Chris. Yeah, happy Thanksgiving to you as well. Should be able to cut that in half. And if you want it to be really proper, like I hate wasting the pastry, but you could use a round cookie cutter and cut the pastry topping into rounds. Up to you though. I'm gonna put those edges on that side. What if we do this? What if we like pretend crimp on the outside edge? Is that even possible? That one's getting soft, so I'm gonna say no. Not loving that either. And we always want to make sure we get a vent, otherwise it will blow. As the steam builds up in there, she will blow. We don't want that to happen. Okay, so one thing that I think is going to help us if we trim the, like, more square edges. Daff, your barbecue and ribs? How's that going? Clean up an oven after that? Of baking the pies cookie? And Costa-Rama, thank you for the follow. Ask you in 5 hours? Okay, sounds good, Daff. Yeah, I think I like it with a bit less pastry. Basically, just enough pastry to crimp around the edge. And then use the fork to seal it up. I like how it looks more round that way. And then like those little pieces of pastry on the side are so good for snacking on once this is baked up. Gets all crispy and delish. And yeah, would always recommend baking pot pies with a pan underneath, because if the sauce comes up and over, yeah, that's a mess in the oven for sure. That's way nicer. Next piece of pastry. Hey, baby bubs. How's it going? Happy Sunday to you and just be you. Just gonna do one more little roll here. This pot pie is smelling heckin' good. We tasted it. The filling is unreal tasting. And this is what we've been slowly playing around with. That's how they look. We did for the mushrooms, oyster mushrooms, lobster mushroom, and a seafood mushroom that we picked up. You got a nice day there, Daff? Well, at least you lucked out with that. Okay, so if we trim this, we found it works better. Don't worry, we'll still bake up those little triangles. No wastage. Mickey's gonna take a steak pie to work tomorrow for lunch. Oh, nice. Getting ready for some of Jess's family to come over. These little Crocs. Yeah, Sam's parents got those for us. I can't recall what exactly they were for. Maybe just a little prezzy. Just 'cause. Sometimes that happens. There's barely even enough pastry to crimp, and that's okay. Oh, and don't press too hard so that your fork goes through, because that's sad too. Okay, a different way to do the vent is you can just do a triangle. Also works. Oh, the heater, yeah. It kind of does look like a pumpkin in the back. What the heck? Mickey. That's hilarious. You would do pot pies for Halloween night? Is that like what you typically do, Earth Girl, now? Or you just want to do it now that you saw me make them? Now we're just playing with our food. Imagine just baking it like that. That actually looks pretty cool. Playing Destiny kinda lurking? That's allowed, Torino. I hope you have fun games. Procrastinating making crepes? What kind of crepes? Like for Naleshnike? Oh, banana Nutella. Even better. Am I gonna get 3 toppings out of this? I really want to. Oh gosh. This is the stressful part. Might have to do some sewing. You're not doing it this year? I'm not coming over then. Okay, I think really quick before I finish these, I just get the oven turned up for us. It's not special anymore. Is there a reason for that? Okay, what if we do this? Sew it up. You can also tell that the crust is getting a bit warm. So I can see some melting of the fats. Also, watch, make sure it doesn't stick. Kind of give that like the little roll. Just want to put some flour because I know it's gonna want to stick, but not on top. That's how we solve problems. Or like a very fine amount of flour on top, just to get those melting pieces covered. But we don't want it to stop the pastry from sticking together. The butter. Okay, we did it. Cut it in half and see what we get to work with here. I think it was perfect. Could even trim some of these crazy edges. Look at that. Gonna say, it probably looks better if I turned it over. It did. Okay, gonna go turn the oven up so we can get these baking momentarily. Just it's only at, oh, I can do it. I can do it from inside. I don't have to go anywhere.
So you ready?
Yeah, can you do it? So I don't have to wash my hands? Couldn't you have re-rolled the dough? Like if I balled it all together? So when you ball it all together like that, Torino, is you work the gluten a lot. Balling it together again and then re-rolling it, and you will end up with a very tough pie crust. So instead of doing that, I usually just piece it all together and re-roll it that way, and that way it still stays really nice and flaky. I'm gonna give this a press. That turned out great. I cannot wait to taste these either. It's a full sheet pan of pot pies going on here. spread that around the little crock handle. Perfect. What's happening, Costarama? I don't know what that word is. Now you feel like a whale, Lauren. Why did you chug 23 ounces of water? You're wild. How much is that even in liters? It sounds like a lot, but it's probably not that much. I don't have the measurement on my water bottle anymore. It's like 2 liters worth. Holy! I'm gonna say, how are you walking around? Okay, done with this, done with this. Put the flour back. Use the scraper to clean up our floury mess one last time. I'll bring these out to the oven. Just gonna rinse my hands real quick. Whoa. I like how we can see where we started and where we ended. Panamanian fried dough. Interesting, Cookie. Thanks for looking it up. Panamanian fried dough. Hey, I've never been to Panama. And so when the pies go in the oven, I'll set a 15-minute timer so we can check about halfway through. Make sure it's baking all nice and even. And while the pies are baking, we're gonna decide what we want to cook for stream coming up this next week. Give this a wipe as well. All right, hold tight. I will return. These babies are going in the oven. I'm gonna mute because I don't think my mic will reach all that way. Okay, I'm back. So there goes the entire prep list for the day, complete. Lauren, I'll take one of those if you need. Boom, boom. Crushed. Feels so good. Okay. Hello. Greetings from Chile. Hello from Canada. And yeah, I drink a lot of water too, Lauren. Usually try for like 4 of these bottles per day. Okay, just gonna clean up the area a touch here. I think I actually gotta go wash this rolling pin off. It's pretty messy. And then we'll do our menu. Maybe complete a couple requests again coming up. You've been there, Cookie? You've been to Chile? You visited Santiago and the Atacama Desert? It's beautiful. Man. That sounds awesome. Hi, Bubbers. How are you doing? How are you? Huh? You got game overed? Oh, no. Poor Sama. Yeah, hello, dog. Okay, so we got our 15 minutes on the clock. Watching our Pidos. Let me pop Twitch up here. And we will read through the menu requests. I think I got a couple to cross off as well. So we did... I think they're all gone already. Complete the drink. These are the items we have to cook still. We still have, this is gonna be like next year for Eric's, Cubanos in the truck, unless he wants them earlier. Blondie has requested us to make a poutine inside of a giant Yorkshire pudding. We're getting close to the weather that we need for that heaviness of a dish. So soon we'll get that one done. Vioon's request is veal saltimbocca, so we can maybe make that coming up. That would be a really tasty one. Izzy Rogue has a rouladen request with apples and cabbage. That sounds good. And actually one that I wanted to cross off was from my brother, Randochrome, making some pho. We need some pho in our life? I'm thinking so. Cool, Cookie. Climb to the top of an 18,500 foot volcano while you were there. I did that when I was in Indonesia, and that was insane. We did like a sunrise volcano trek. Now that was fun. Okay, and then as far as things to use up in the fridge, I do have some duck legs. Do we feel like making a duck confit dish? That's always yummy. So let's rate this out. We're cooking Friday, Saturday, Sunday. Bless you. What exactly is going on? The sneezes. I just glanced at that, Mina Rose, and I thought it said yuck duck. I was like, what? Duck is delicious. Cookie. Yeah, Sammy's blessed. It's like yuck duck. Hello, Richard. Welcome in. How are you doing today? Okay, so I still have to cure the duck legs and then confit them. I'll probably do it in the sous vide. And then those will be done up. So really all we'll have to do for the duck legs is crisp them up on the outside and heat them through. Really, really simple. One thing I usually like to make with duck leg is
Tater
risotto.
tots.
Why tater tots?
I don't know.
That's not usually one thing I make with it. That was the worst suggestion. You're a chef? I am shocked right now. We went from one side of the spectrum to the other with that one. Yeah, thanks, Cookie. That was definitely random. And he's just having a ball back there. Homemade tater tots, Mary. Please don't ask me to do that. I got PTSD from doing homemade tater tots at the first ever restaurant that I worked at. That was my first job. And let me tell you, making homemade tater tots, not as easy as you think it is. It's actually a crap ton of work. We did bacon cheddar tater tots. They were actually delicious. But like if you didn't get the ratio of potato to flour right, you went through all of that work and go to deep fry them and they just fall apart in the oil. That's gonna be a nah from me, bruh. Maybe one day on stream when I'm ready. But man, yeah, PTSD is fired up right now. It's harder than gnocchi, 100% Chase. 100% harder than gnocchi. Mina's casserole is done. I hope you have a wonderful time at your sister's house visiting and enjoy the street corn casserole. Let me know what you think. Have a good one, Mina. Okay, so things we gotta use up. Duck leg. Do I have any other extra proteins in there? I don't think so. Don't have anything in the freezer other than tomato and the verde broth, but I think I'll take a week off before we use up the verde broth again. So I'm thinking Friday we'll do the duck legs. So duck leg confit. Does anyone have any suggestions of what to serve with that? What do we like with duck? Hello, Manson. Greetings. Oh, potatoes lyonnaise. Yeah, Cookie. Sounds good, Manson. Thank you very much for the lurk. Wild rice. Ooh, that's a nice one too, Torino. Okay, let me look up a couple of these. And then we still have to get one menu request knocked off of the list too. Is potatoes lyonnaise just scallop potato? Just fancy word? Or it's a bit different? No. Potatoes, onions, sauteed in butter with parsnip. That would be really delicious. Let's make that. Kind of going like French style with it. And then I'm gonna have people asking me why my title is in French again. Let's get them. I've actually been to Lyon, France. Probably my favorite place in France. I really loved Lyon better than Paris. Duck leg confit, potato lyonnaise, and a vegetable to go alongside of that. I mean, Brussels sprouts are in season and are always good with duck legs. Do I have an Apple phone? I do, Mickey. Yep. Green beans. Ooh, that's a good one too, Cookie. Better be careful, Cookie. Your wife just might make you make this. Turn the volume down. Duck leg confit, potato lyonnaise, and green beans. Nice one. That should be actually a pretty simple dish. Really, really simple for a Friday. Haricot vert. That's right. Make sure I put that in the title. The dog agrees. How are you liking the Samsung phone, Mickey? Okay, so menu request that I want to cross off. Let's make some pho. Is this a 48-hour timings, I believe, for the pho to make the Maddie Matheson one? So if we start the broth, let's do this. We'll start the broth because Friday cook is pretty simple. Start the pho broth on Friday. Then it goes overnight. Then you strain out, I'm pretty sure you strain out the like bones and stuff the first night. And then the second night you add in all the aromatics and let that cook. And then Sunday we can complete the pho. Yes. I've never made pho from scratch. So thanks to my bro for requesting this one. I think it'll be awesome. And then what are our favorite pho toppings? By the way, 3 minutes on the timer. For the pies, make sure my notifications are on. Should be similar to ramen. A bit similar. I'm just searching Maddie. So he does oxtail pho. Does he have an actual recipe for it? Okay, I'm gonna pop this up and hopefully it doesn't blast our ears. Okay, perfect. For the stock, bone marrow. Also, this is what I'm looking at. I always like to post this for you guys to look too. Check that out. Yeah, we're gonna start the broth on Friday, Lithuania, and then we'll have the pho on Sunday. So bone marrow, brisket, oxtail, onion, ginger, garlic, cinnamon, coriander, star anise, cloves, lemongrass, and salt. And then for serving, it's so simple, right? Thinly sliced onion, thinly sliced scallion, a bunch of cilantro chopped, including stems, and then just some rice noodles is what he does. But then we could always look up some local Vietnamese restaurants and see other accompaniments that they add onto their pho bowls if we want to switch it up a bit. I don't know if I want to, maybe we'll just get a small brisket to pick up for that. We do have a freezer now, so at least if we have like extra big pieces of meat, I have somewhere to put them. An oxtail is pretty expensive, but I know we can get it from the business Costco here. Sama, what do you feel? What do we want to grab for the pho broth? I'm going to start it on Friday and we'll have it on Sunday. Do we want to do the oxtail and brisket and stuff like that, or we want to do something different?
We can do the oxtail and brisket because we can buy both of those at the...
That's what I thought, and I said I can just put the rest of the brisket in the freezer for like grinding or something like that.
Yeah.
Okay. I think Maddie even picks the meat off of the oxtail too. And then we just need some beef bones, let's say. And it is better if you use the knuckle. You'll get more flavor and gelatinous qualities from that. Let's put down rice noodle and herbs. Okay, timer's going off for the pies. So I will be right back. I'm just gonna go have a peek at them. Should be about halfway through baking for the pot pies. Just wanna give that tray a rotate. I'll be right back. Okay, and the pies are looking really nice, baking along. I rotated the pan. The crusts are baking really nice and even. There's no kind of hot spots where it's browning quicker than other spots. And really all we're waiting for now is the filling to start bubbling up and getting hot throughout. And I turned up the heat to 375 Fahrenheit now so that we can get a little bit more golden brown color on the pastry crust. Other than that though, 10 more minutes and then we should be good. Okay, so we got our 2 days already for our menu plan. Friday, duck leg confit, potato lyonnaise, and green beans suggested by Magic Cookie. And then we'll start our pho broth on Friday as well. And then on Sunday, we will complete the pho. So now we just have to think of Saturday. And hi, Hardly Toasted. How are you doing? Welcome, welcome. Okay, so that's another menu request crossed off. So we got duck and beef going down, coming up this week. Are we feeling like some chicken in our life? Do we want shrimp? Pork? One thing that I want to look up. Actually, I think I might just do this on my phone because I got an email earlier this week. It was either from like Food and Wine or Bon Appetit with this big list of fall recipes. Gumbo, that's a pretty good one, Greek. 38 chicken thigh recipes to love. Our best fall recipes for lunch, dinner, and cocktails. Chicken and grits. Can we find grits here? Ooh, 25 pumpkin recipes. Oh, I do have a butternut squash in the fridge. Maybe we'll make a little bit of soup and sandwich or something on Saturday. Soup and sandwich day is always fun. Let's see these 32 squash recipes. Chicken wild rice soup. Polenta. These are all great ideas. Okay, roasted kabocha squash with maple syrup and ginger. Roasted butternut squash. Squash and black-eyed pea coconut curry. They do acorn squash saltimbocca. Like what Vune requested. But instead he uses veal instead of the squash. Roasted squash is so delicious, especially now because it's in season. Prosciutto wrapped baked zucchini with balsamic drizzle. Roasted winter squash with vanilla butter. Summer squash carpaccio. Have I done the squash soup yet recently? I can't remember. I don't think so. Best way to do is I always just go back onto Discord and look at our past menus. My classic ginger, carrot, squash, coconut soup. I don't think so, hey Kimmers. I always try and make it at least twice a year. Was a while back. I think we were still on the island last time I did it. And hi Katie, Practical Escapist. How have you been? Feel like we haven't seen each other in so long. Welcome, welcome. Butternut squash soup with some kind of sandwich? Last year, if you're not mistaken? Oh my goodness. This is even easier way. Go and search it on Discord, and then you get the date stamp on it. Yeah, surprise day off work. December 3rd, 2020. That was the last time we did it. Holy smokes. Way overdue. Way overdue. Been all right. Good to stop by. Hope's all well with us. Yes. Everything is good here. We've been busy. Kind of getting ready for winter. Also, I'm going to do a quick shout out for anyone who's never been over to Katie's stream before, the Practical Escapist. She is also a fellow Canadian. Think that worked? Yeah, go give her a follow. Yeah, very fall type of meal. And plus, I have the squash in the fridge already, so that's one thing off of the list. Gotta love that. Where did I lose my pen? I'm so confused right now. We lost the pen. It's okay. It's like I always say when chat can't type, that's the same as sometimes on stream when I can't talk. So we're even. It's fine. Okay. Coconut ginger squash soup. This is, if you use just vegetable broth as well as oil, this can be vegan, which is also why I always like to make it at least once a year, if not twice. And Lithoniel, thank you for the follow. Welcome in. So coconut ginger squash soup. You could also do it with carrot if you don't like squash as much. Works just the same. And then a sandwich to go with it. What am I feeling for a sandwich? I'm thinking right now. We used up all of the turkey in the pot pie, so we can't do leftover turkey sandwiches. I don't really want to just like grab some lunch meat from the store. A Monte Cristo? Oh, cookie, a Reuben? Can we really make a Reuben though if we don't have our own smoked meat? I'm kind of wrecked now. What is this Monte Cristo? And I will let you know, Greek. Sam doesn't love blue cheese. The Monte Cristo sounds nummy. I do have a bunch of different cheeses. I even have some of the truffle cheese left over. I think we got truffle cheese, smoked Gouda, cheddar, Parmesan. Deadly. Oh, and brie. And brie. What? Well, I always cook like an old person, hardly toasted, so there's that. At work, you suggested a squash soup to make, and everyone told you you eat like an old person? Sad. Smoke a ham, Mary. Hey! Yeah. I wonder if the business Costco has like a nice chunk that maybe we can dry brine and then just throw on the Traeger. Gotta make your own sauerkraut too, Eric says. Yep, it's true. It's true. Oh my gosh. Okay, so Monte Cristo, egg dipped or batter dipped ham and cheese sandwich that is pan fried or deep fried. A variation from the croque monsieur. Ham and cheese sandwich is so good, right? Keep the soup vegetarian and then you can put your protein in the sandwich. I just searched fall soup and sandwich. Okay, timer's going off. I'll go check on our pot pies. Hopefully this is the last time and I'll be rolling in with the baking tray of them all ready to go. I will be right back. Okay, I did 5 more minutes. Everything is bubbling up in the pot pie, but I would love if the crust got a little bit more golden brown. So 5 more minutes and we'll be good to go. And hello, Luck. Thank you so much for the raid. Sorry I was away. My oven is outside. I'm using a Traeger to bake our pot pies today. I hope you are having a great day. Hello, Karmic Bob. Good to see you. Thank you for the follow, Nerumi. There we go. Thanks for the shout out as well, Cookie. Chat's holding it down. Yeah, did we scare her and make her run off? Gotta go. How did your stream go? What did you get up to? Mickey, what is the scary movie today? And we are just finishing off deciding our menu plan coming up this week. What sandwich do we want to serve with our coconut ginger squash soup? What if I just like picked up a turkey breast and roasted it nicely and then sliced it and made a sandwich from that? Rather than getting like a whole turkey, because you can get turkey breasts just on their own. That sounds good. Hey, Greek? I think I can grab those from Superstore here. You made 3 different kinds of risotto. What were all the different kinds? And also, what was your favorite one? Chicken or turkey salad. Oh, what? Cookie. Yummo. That sounds so, so good. I don't think I've ever actually done that on stream before. Yes. Yes. Turkey salad sandwich with coconut ginger squash soup. Done. Complete. Maybe we'll sneak some sprouts onto there. Eric, really can't find the pickling brine recipe I used. It was perfect and I don't think it had any sugar. Really need to write stuff down. That is the worst when that happens. Cookie with like the massive suggestions. I'm just gonna let Cookie make my menu plans from now on. Imagine that. Should I make that a special sub redemption? If you've been sub to the channel for 3 years, you get to pick an entire week of what I cook. That could be interesting. Mod redemption or that. Yeah, because my mods know me so well, right? So they can either challenge me or not. Delicious menu coming up. Yum. That means we get to make some homemade bread too. Better go feed the sourdough starter. And EB Cash, thank you for the follow. How are you doing? Timer's going off in 1 minute. Look at that. We completed the menu. That way we can focus on just having fun with our games tomorrow. Yeah, fresh apples inside of the turkey salad. Yup. Luck, you made a mushroom and bacon risotto, a pea, and then one with beets. You love the beet one. It was really nice and sweet. I love beets. Heckin' love them so much. So that is cool. And plus the color of the beet risotto is like so vibrant and interesting. You love green apples the most, Eric? You're like Sam. Yeah, he loves eating Granny Smith, but I like some of the other varieties too. Yeah, we're streaming tomorrow too. We do Friday, Saturday, Sunday, Monday now, Greek. So we took away Thursdays and added the Monday. Usually we menu plan on Mondays, but since everyone has, or like most people have a holiday tomorrow, we're gonna finish our playthrough of It Takes Two with Sam. Oh, apple bourbon hot sauce. That's one way to get apples in your life, Eric. Okay. Timer's gonna go off in 5 seconds. I will go grab those pot pies. Let's get our trivet ready. Be back momentarily. Hold tight. Okay, so lesson learned, guys. Sorry that I kept that muted. The Crisco is terrible. I thought it would maybe be better in like just the pastry crust on its own rather than in the pie. Never using that again. Tender flake all the way. And yeah, always use your baking pan underneath so that it doesn't drip. So cute. That's me. Okay, I'm gonna take this one out. We'll give some to the boys to get some lunch in their systems. I'm gonna let this rest for just a sec. It's molten inside of there and I hate burning my mouth. But yeah, we went super rustic and that was one way for us to use up all our turkey leftovers. Which controller is Sam using for the Switch? The Switch one. He does have an Xbox One as well, but must not have hooked it up. I don't know. Yeah, even the pies are cute. It's true, Hardly Toast. I know that's what you meant. Okay. I'll just pop my little pot pie on a plate here. And yeah, the smell when I took this pan out of the Traeger was insane. Whew. It's risky business right now. They're heckin' cute. Thanks, guys. Okay, I'm gonna sacrifice my hand. No, I can't. It was too hot. Going gentle with a cloth. I did it. Success. We preserved the cuteness. And also, like, it barely even looks like the dough is cooked through, but I think that's just how the Crisco is. Are you hungry or you're good? Are you good?
Bolton, right?
Yeah, I was gonna bring one over to Bran.
Bring two over.
Or two. Oh, look at the side of this one. Baked over. See how the extra crust? That's how I know the Crisco is weird, because it like melted along the side. Still the same. The cutest. Okay, so we don't really need a garnish for this, right? It's good on its own. Got all of the herbs that we could ever need inside of this. Bonk will take two. Okay, come on over. Want to get into it. Nice. Yeah, yum. Gonna have one bite. Look at that scoop of goodness. So chunky. Yum. Hi, Uncle Stinky. Thank you so much. Yeah, happy Thanksgiving to all of our Canadians. Yeah, I want to try and like dig inside so you can see the filling, but I don't know if that's possible.
Oh, is it pretty hot?
Better than a Marie Callender's microwave pot pie. Okay, this is what I'm gonna do. I wonder, let's test this. You can take the whole top off. So usually if this is the case, this is what I do. Is I just take the whole top and like kind of smush it into this. So you get the crunchy pie bits throughout. But yeah, let me get a good forkful of the fill-in from there. Look at that steamy goodness. Mushroom, carrot, parsnip, peas, turkey, onion, garlic, herbs. Soup with a roof. I've never heard a better term for pot pies, practical escapist. There's so many different textures and flavors. The pop of sweetness from the peas is awesome. You don't even really know there's mushrooms in there, so for all the mushroom haters, you could sneak that in no problem. I thought you were the only one that mixed the pot pies all together, Stinky. You're not alone. You always eat all the crust first, hardly toasted. The crust is still nice and flaky, I will say that. It's just not as good as it could have been. Very healthy too. Obviously the pastry, there's a bit of fat in there, but other than that, the filling, we didn't add too much fat while we made it. And especially if you use the turkey breast, right? Nice and lean. Torino, not even joking. I don't know if that's allowed with these pot pies, Torino. Now you can see the sauce. Whoa. Almost lost it. So not too juicy, but also not dry either. Yeah, fight me. You're making crepes? Yes. And what do I normally buy? I typically make the pastry crust with butter and tender flake, which is an animal-based lard, rather than the Crisco was a vegetable-based lard, and it really is lacking flavor, I find. And yeah, we've made a lot of pies over the last few years for us and for our friends. So lesson learned, next time the store's out of tender flake, just gotta go to another store. The turkey's nice and tender still too, because we just mixed it into the filling at the end since it was already cooked. I'm gonna wash my hands. Once again, very happy with how those turned out. Pastry could have been a bit better, but that's okay. As long as we learn something and know what to fix the next time. Awesome stream. Wow, it's only 2:30. Told you it was going to be quick and easy Sunday, and we already planned our menu for next week. Unreal. And yeah, when we were making the pot pies for our friends, when we lived on the island, one of our friends, she didn't really like pies at all. And since I started making pies for her, she's converted now. That made me so happy. And yeah, lots of leftovers, so you know what we're having for lunch tomorrow, right? Crux, I want a chicken pot pie now, Kate. Currently have a food experiment in the oven, Uncle Stinky. Stuffed cabbage rolls with a twist? Wait, what's the twist? I love cabbage rolls. Posted pics? Okay, I'm checking. Discord's popping today. Food photos. Whoa, Squigs had Belgian white and Irish cheddar beer cheese? Torino, nice crepes. Yeah, the first one is always the worst. Creamy cinnamon nutmeg cream sauce, banana Nutella filled. Yummy. Yum, that would be like very warming. Oh, nice. Yeah, you didn't have ground meat, so you put chicken thighs diced up in the cabbage rolls. I would love to hear how that turns out. And Katie's doing a potato leek soup at the moment. Wait, didn't Torino just make that recently as well? Potato leek soup is like such good fall food as well. Yeah, not diabetic friendly. Madame, how are you doing? Happy Turkey Day, Madame. This stream was too quick and easy. Today you have the perfect fall day as well. Yeah, us too. Us too. Oh, nice, Stinky. You got inspired by Chef de Partie. He was talking how he loves stuffed cabbage rolls, and you thought, hey, I have most of that. Good for you for trying something new then. Madame, you went for a mall walk today. You're so out of shape that I was sweating like crazy after 4 laps, and your mask was like full of water sweat. Hey, you gotta start somewhere. Mall walk is better than no walk. Yeah, get swole. Okay, I'm gonna have a couple more bites. Crunchy crust. The crunchums. Mmm. Mmm. Straight up nourishing. Okay, I'm creeping on Twitch. So we always get raided by Audrey and Joyce. Do we want to go raid Audrey today? She's doing puppy Eggo tacos. I gotta go check this out. She's got a little chef hat on? This looks adorable. Yeah, Trina's got ham and cabbage rolls on the menu. Oh, pepper. Do you ever have that? When you must have had a peppery bite and then you start talking and there's no voice there? Phew. Even the dog's looking at me like, are you all right? But I'm sorry, but we already had our quick and easy stream and we even planned our menu for the next week coming up. Sounds good, Torino. We're heading out soon anyways. Getting the raid set up here. Quick and easy Sunday as always. Today was only 2.5 hours. That means everyone gets to enjoy the rest of their day and we'll see everyone tomorrow. Don't have to miss us that much. And hopefully we inspired you to create some delicious foods today. Yeah, I'm not offended. I was only here for a minute. So good to see you too, Uncle Stinky. And yeah, if you are still in our Discord channel, feel free to post how those cabbage rolls turned out. Would love to see it. Yeah, Monday stream. So Sammy's off tomorrow because it's a holiday. And we're going to finish the playthrough of It Takes Two. So see you all then. We'll start at the same time as always, 11 a.m. Pacific. And probably have pot pies on the menu for lunch. We're going to go raid Audrey. See how her stream is going. The smell in here is just intoxicating right now. Can't wait to go finish this up. And yeah, crazy quick weekend of cooking, hey? So what? Friday we did our massive turkey dinner and pecan pies. Yesterday we did our pork chili verde with street corn casserole, red rice. Turned out awesome too. Hopefully that one inspired you. Kind of spices up your life as well. And yeah, other than that, if you need us at all, you know where to find us, friends, on Discord or Twitch. Just give us a message and we'll help you out with anything you need. Let's go see what Audrey is up to. Thank you so much, friends, for all of this support today and the last 2 days streaming as well. We will see y'all tomorrow. I'm gonna hit this button and say